first time I met Nick, I thought he was shy and cute.
The first time that I met Bailey, I thought, wow, she's really out of your league. You better not screw this up.
One thing that makes me think that Nick is super cute, I think the first time was probably when we were in college at Purdue and he put music on and was trying to impress me by dancing. But if you don't know Nick, both of us are pretty terrible dancers. So his little dancing was like, he dances like me, and he's pretty cute. One thing about Nick that drives me crazy is he is not always the cleanest human, which is fine. You drive me crazy, but I love you.
You know, the one single thing that drives me nuts about Bailey is when you're using those spices in the kitchen that have the screw-on lids, she never screws them back on all the way. You go to pick it up and you will just pour the seasoning all over yourself, thinking that the lid is screwed on tight.
So after Nick and I met on our blind date, we texted over that summer because we were right about to leave for summer break. And I was convinced that, nothing was going to happen. And when we came back to school, so it had been a couple months, that's when we had hung out for a couple nights and it was Purdue football season, so fun. And one day he asked me to be his girlfriend and I was thinking, whoa, that was formal, but okay. And it's funny because you never think you go on a blind date in college to a fraternity formal and think, he's going to be my husband. But it happened, so it really does happen.
So I was interested in dating Bailey way before she was interested in dating me. It took me all summer after we had our first date, Delta Chi formal, of trying to wine and dine her and win her over. And then when we came back to school in August, it took a couple more weeks before she actually agreed to going on a first date with me.
One of the biggest things that I noticed about Nick, and actually his family, was one of the first times that I was going on a date with Nick was the first time I met his family. And I still remember we went to this really dumpy Mexican restaurant, and Nick's dad pulled the chair out for Nick's mom, and then Nick immediately did that to me. And I just was like, wow, what a chivalrous man.
The one thing about Bailey that reminds me that she's the one is that she can always bring a smile to my face, whether it's been a tough day at work for me or I'm just really tired and not feeling what's going on around me. She just knows how to make me smile.
He's the calm to my crazy. Ain't that the truth?
So the one thing that I just think is so cute about Bailey is how much she loves playing with animals. Now that we have Mackie, just awesome watching her play with her. When we used to have Sammy, just used to brighten my day watching her just play around with the cat. So the one thing that made a good first impression on me from Bailey for our first date was how much she got along with all of my friends and just how she could take time out of her day to just talk with anybody that needed someone to listen to. The one thing that I want to thank Bailey for on our wedding day is how hard she's worked to plan this great event for all of our family and friends, and that everybody can come together and just be a family as we start our lives together.
So the one thing I would want to tell Nick on our wedding day is I can't wait for this adventure to really get started.